you're all having a great day today. I want to talk to you guys about something, and that is firearm safety. I want to talk about my 5 key points to firearm safety. But before we do that, can you do me a couple of favors? Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get into it. Let's jump right into it with rule number 1, and that is always treat every firearm as if it's loaded. If somebody hands you a firearm, if you pick up a firearm, if it's not yours and you don't know how that has been stored, meaning one in the chamber, anything of that sort, even if you pick up your own firearm, you may forget. So it's always good just to double check. I know I've forgotten, I've checked my weapon and hey, there was a round in there, and I'm not too proud to admit it. Your first step, of course, would be to drop your source of ammunition. So on 99% of pistols, you will find your mag release right here on the left side or the right side of your pistol grip. Okay, so your first step will be to push that button, which will drop your feed source. Second step will be to rack your slide back. If there is a round in there, it should pop out. Now you should visually inspect your chamber, physically inspect your chamber, and for your third clear, you can pull your trigger. Okay, and now you know you are clear, and that is rule number 1. Rule number 2 would be always keep your weapon pointed in a safe direction. Depending where you are, it may be downrange, it may be to the left, it may be to the right. You have to look at your surroundings and determine that for you. So rule number 2, always keep your weapon pointed in a safe direction. Not near anyone, not towards anyone next to you, always downrange if possible. Rule number 3 will be always keep your finger off of the trigger unless you are ready to fire. So when you're racking that slide, when you're dropping your magazine, when you're anything of that sort, you should not have your finger on that trigger because you very well may accidentally rack that slide and pull that trigger and there might have been a round in there or just you never know. You may have a really touchy trigger like this weapon right here is a really soft, smooth trigger and you can, it's really easy to pull that on accident. Number 4, always be sure of your target and beyond. What does that mean? Always be sure of what you are shooting and what is beyond it. A lot of your targets, depending on the round that you're shooting, your round may go straight through that target. So you want to be sure what is behind your target, what is the surroundings of your target. Are there people back there? Are there homes back there? Are there animals back there? Anything of that sort. So that will be rule number 4. Always be sure of your target, beyond it, and its surroundings. And last but not least, which is the most important, just know your firearm or any firearm you are dealing with, because that ultimately is going to keep you safe if you know how to operate that weapon. If you do not know how, wherever you're getting that weapon from, whoever has that weapon that is letting you borrow it, make sure they properly train you on that weapon. I know I said 5, but I just wanted to add one last one, and that is always clear your weapon when you're done firing before you hand it to someone or anything like that. Even if, you think, oh, my magazine was empty, so that was the last round, make sure you clear your chamber when you're out there firing before you turn around on the firing line, before you hand your weapon to somebody. Even if you have your weapon chambered and you're like, I know it's clear, clear it before you hand it to someone. You never know, you might have forgot. Those are my safety fundamentals. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, please subscribe, like the video, get in those comments. Let me know, what are some safety things that you implement when you're at the range or when you're out firing or even in your home? What are some of your things that you say, this is one of my mandatory rules of safety? So as always, I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you all.